Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between and beyond. Welcome to the 27th episode of Campton Zoo. My name is Lemay, and in this episode we are adding 2 separate habitats for 2 brand new species, so get yourself some drink or a snack and let's get started. As I mentioned in the last episode, we are approaching the very end of this whole experience, which means there are only few empty spots for us to fill, and usually they are somewhat limited, which as you can see is the case when it comes to this first enclosure. After building the hippo habitat and the administration building, we closed off this bit of land here, which can obviously only house smaller animals. Thankfully there is one still on the list that matches that requirement, and that animal is a red panda. Incredibly popular and common in European zoos. I don't think I've ever been to a single zoo that didn't have one. There was still one issue though, which is the fact that their habitats are usually really simple and organic, meaning they usually use trees that happen to just stand in that specific area, and they build some tree houses or some wooden structures on top of that and call it a day, hence trying to find an inspiration for the whole purpose of the series, which is trying to recreate European zoos and their enclosures, became an issue. Obviously, we've stumbled upon this problem already in previous episodes, but because they require such specific environment, I decided to go with more of a pop culture inspiration. If you've ever seen Star Wars, which I would assume you have, you might remember Bright Tree Village and the tribe of Ewoks living in it. For some reason, Red Pandas remind me of them so much. Maybe that was an actual inspiration for the person who made them, I don't know, but I immediately decided that I'm going to give them these tiny tree houses and bridges that would go over a footpath. Hence, as you can see, the whole habitat is basically cut in half, so they would use all of these structures, which they do, and you'll see that in the final cinematic shot. Now let's talk about the second part of this episode, which is this rocky mountainous enclosure situated right next to our European herbivores habitat. Unlike the first project, this one doesn't have a specific inspiration because they also don't require much and just love standing and walking over rocks, and that's literally all you can find when searching online or watching them in zoos in person. This portion of zoo is also quite limited. On one hand, we have the edge of our whole zoo area. Then we have that herbivore enclosure. Then on the other side of the path we have the timberwolves habitat. And then there's a park, which will be introduced in the next episode. You might be able to see some parts of it, but it happened to require more time than I calculated, and I'm going to leave it for the next episode, hence we started building this particular enclosure. Both of these functional rock hill objects are accessible, and I won't lie, I'm pretty disappointed with how junky these goats look when they're on there. For some reason they levitate about half a meter above them, or at least one of them, because I've never seen them use the left one, even though the game says they can access it. But that's why in the cinematic shot you won't see any on them, because I just hate how broken it looks. So that will be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!